Hello, and welcome to Mode of Cosmic Therapy. I am so delighted that you have joined me today, and I want you to spend the next 58 minutes doing what we're going to do like we do every show, and that is spontaneously letting life flow. Letting it flow. Letting it flow. Having no preconceived idea as to what's going to be or how it's going to be or what we're going to do. That's the mystery and magic of life. And I am so happy to be here to be part of it. I'd like to thank each and every one who has joined in today. And as we go on this journey of unexpectations, we're going to see just how it falls out, flows out, fumbles out, all of those things. So, it's a new year, a brand new year. According to the Chinese, it's a horse year. We have left the snake year. On the 31st, on Friday, it was the first day of the horse year. So let's see what's going to be a rumpin' and a jumpin' and a humpin' and a bumpin' and a bumpin' and a bumpin' and a bumpin'. Need to say that about 6 times in this year. Let's start off with pulling a paper just to get the theme. For any of you who have never seen the show, what I do is completely off the cuff. There's a whole tub full of these papers, and I just reach in here and grab one. See, I got a bunch right here, but I'm going to try to grab one, let the rest of them fall. Oh, that's a long one. And see what this hour will foretell. You were born to do. Nobody can do you like you can do you. You were born to do. Nobody can do you like you can do you. You were born to do. You were born to do. Okay? We're born to do. We're born to do anything and everything that our heart desires. Anything and everything our heart desires. So, let's see. I use numerology, an ancient science, esoteric science, to disclose what the hidden meanings are behind words. That's a 4, and this is a 6. And that makes it a 10. According to the tarot, a 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, Mitch, it's already gone out. Let's find another one. Let me put those over there. All right, if we are born to do, and it's a 10, and it's the Wheel of Fortune, we could start anywhere we wanted to on this journey, but let's say that we started right here. We came in at this point, and here we go around. Here we go around. Now in the astrological chart, if you ever had it done, you would go around 28 years to get back around here. Then you'd start the next 28 years. Then that would be 56. It was first 28, then it's 56, and then you would go around again, and you're going to get up there around 84. Which in fact my mother is going to turn 84 this year. So as you travel around this journey in this life, because all of life are cycles. I'm going to do that in just a moment. But as you travel around and travel around, let's say you're 2, then you're 4, then you might be 7, then you get around 9, then while you're over here about 11, then 14, because that's exactly opposite of where you started, and you continue on until you get to 28. So you're going through many, many different phases. All right? And each time you're learning something. Lots of things. You're experiencing something as you travel around and around. While you do, what you do, how you do, when you do, where you do, what you do, you're going through all of these phases. Now, when you are 7, 14 to, let's say by the time you get here 21, you can't possibly experience life the way you did at 7. It's impossible. You can't back up and go back to 7 any more than you can take 21 and go to 28. You've got to do every single minute at the place and at the age and at the consciousness that you are. You were born to do. Now stay with me. You were born. Now, everybody alive thinks they have the idea of what being born means. But let's see what the hidden meaning of born tells us. First of all, the reason I'm using numerology is so that I can decode these words. There's many messages in these words. I'm just going to reveal one today. And I use the vowels on the top and the consonants on the bottom, and that's how I break down these particular words. All right, we got a 6, we got 11. I'm adding them all up and reducing them. 2 and 9 is 11, 16. $22. So what this is saying is that each and every one of our lives is a master journey. Each and every one of our lives. But we cannot look over to the other person's idea of what they've got to do and say, I need to be doing it. Because you have a master journey yourself, and you're going to incorporate and encounter all of the people, places, situations, and circumstances that you need on this journey. So, for example, if I was to look over at a person called Kay and say, you know, she's driving a 2014 BMW, and I would like to be driving a 2014 BMW. But on my wheel of do, okay, round and round, up and down, on my wheel of do, and let's say when I get around here to about, well, let's put it in this 12th house, so I'm about 26 here. So, and I say, I want that. I want what Kay has. I want that 2014 BMW. Well, on my wheel of doing, I'm supposed to be driving 1968 Fairlane. Sure hope there's such a thing as a 1968 Fairlane. Because my 1968 Fairlane is going to carry me where I need to go. Her 2014 BMW is going to carry her where she needs to go. And the people will get in and out of the BMW on her path that she needs to interact with, and I need to interact with the people and situations in the 1968 Fairlane. Now, staying with Kay, since I chose Kay randomly, and she's 11, 1, I'm going to put that 7 up there, 8 and 11, that's 19. So in the tarot cards, 19, you've seen this before, deals with innocence. Okay, so I'm completely innocent in my thinking that I want to drive BMW. Well, hers was a 2014 BMW. Let's see why we're even talking about this. And a 1968 Fairlane. For all intents and purposes, it may be that this 2014 BMW appears to be better than this 1968 Fairlane. But looks are deceiving. We got to keep that in mind, because you see what you want to see. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what this is. 7, I'm adding these, okay? 2 and 1 is 3, and 4 is 7. A B is 2, a M is 4, and a W is 5. So we got a 6 and we got 11. Okay? So we have got an 11 vehicle here that Kay needs to drive. Here, we got a 10, we got a 16, we got a 24, so that's a 6. Let me make sure. Sometimes I go so fast and I add them wrong, but in this hour you'll understand that all wrongs are rights and all rights are wrongs, and in the middle sometimes it's right's right and wrong's wrong. 10, 16, 24, 6. So we got a 6, a 1, a 9, a 9, a 3, a 1, a 5, and a 5. 10, 11, 15. Is that right? 16. 10, 11, 5, 16. We got a 15, 18, 23. Let me make sure. 1, a 9 is 10, 11, 16, 6 and 5 is 15, 18 and 5 is 23. So we got a 39. That's the total of adding those letters together, plus this 6 gives me a 45. And a 45 is a 9. Okay? 2 entirely different numbers, 2 entirely different experiences. This person with the 9 is having the experience of the hermit, is having to learn how to be alone without being lonely. And there lies the difference. And I'm not saying this person's going to be alone, but you've got to be able to be alone before and not feel lonely before you can be with someone else. Otherwise, you're going to take your loneliness feeling into that other person. Okay? This person also is learning how to be self-sufficient. This person is learning how not to be judgmental. This person is learning how not to compare and not to compete. Okay? In that particular 1968 Fairlane, she's going to have all of the experiences in that vehicle that incorporates the 9. And I've told you on several other shows, here we are, wherever that is, we come down to this earth. All right? We come down to this earth. We're going to be part of this earth. We're in this earth, but we're not of this earth. So this 9 indicates you being satisfied and learning how not to judge, compete, compare, be jealous, be envious, but drive your 1968 Fairlane with a sense of happiness and completion, knowing fully well that you are experiencing this earth life in every sense of the word and not being cheated. Okay? That's for the person with the 9. Now the other person, who was Kay, she had to drive her, unfortunately. She had to drive a 2014 BMW with an 11. An 11. All right? Oh, I did leave this out too. You're learning with this 9 how to be fair. All right. But Kay, on the other hand, she has the 2014 BMW. And she's got an 11. Well, in numerology, there are 3 numbers you do not ever reduce. One of them's 11, the other one's 22, I think that was due, and 33. So we can't reduce this at all. So we know for a fact that she's got, we all have this master journey, but she's got an extra, if you want, it's not a burden. It's not a burden. It's a responsibility that she has taken upon herself with an 11 2014 BMW. Now what is she going to run into? She's going to run into problems and associations with the law on some level. They could be anything from, inheritances to filing for